Hi guys, remember me? Wendy here. You've reached my channel, Book It with Wendy, and welcome back. If I still have some subscribers out there, and welcome if you are new here. I am happy to have you. I'm happy to have anybody actually. So yeah, it has been a while for sure. I have been MIA for the last probably 3 months at least. Has it been 3 months? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think it's been 3 months about that. So yeah. So I took a few months to just for some me time actually. As you guys know, this year started off not so great with my mom passing. So I knew it was going to be that kind of year, and I actually said it in my video that was shortly after my mom passed, that it was kind of going to be a year like this, and it definitely has been. But I never strayed too far away because, as you guys know, this channel is a big joy to me, and I really love doing it, and I did miss it a lot. It definitely is very therapeutic for me. So here I am back. So we are in the holiday time, which has proved to be challenging as well. But I'm trying to navigate it as best I can, and trying to get into the holiday spirit as best I can. So I don't want to make this video to be morose or depressing or anything like that. I just always like to be real with you guys. So yeah, I'm trying to navigate the first holidays without my mom, basically, and it is definitely not easy. Christmas was her favorite time of year, for sure. She absolutely loved it. She was like a little kid at Christmas, and so I'm trying to keep those memories, and I'm trying to um, keep up traditions that she had, and try to keep all of that um, in a space that um, can help me navigate these holidays, basically, if that makes any sense. So Thanksgiving, was very quiet in my house. My husband actually worked, so uh, it was my son and me, basically. My son worked. My daughter kind of takes turns, so she went to her future in-laws, so it was quiet. But the thing that was very therapeutic for me was that I cooked. I cooked the whole meal by myself. It was the first time I ever did that, so I was very proud of myself. I made the turkey, which was very daunting to me because my husband usually does that, and I never really did a turkey by myself, believe it or not. So that was like one of the best things that I made. I was very proud of myself. I made the turkey, came out awesome. I made my side dishes. I took the day off before, so so I was able to like kind of get a head start on everything. So that worked out good. And then basically just had a quiet day, but it was nice. It was nice. And I think my mom definitely helps me. I think she's giving me little boosts, to help me push me through. And so I do feel that, and I believe in that, and I so appreciate it. So that was Thanksgiving, and now we have Christmas coming upon us. So the holidays just, you know, uh, so I am almost done with my Christmas shopping. I pretty much have like just 2 more people to get, and that's it. So that's good. I have a jump on that pretty early. We're getting our tree next week. So that's good. Last year, I think I told you guys, we got like a 9-foot giant tree in our living room. We have a very high ceiling in our living room, in our kitchen, and so we got this giant tree last year, and it was beautiful. But I had to get like more lights and everything because I never had a tree that big before. But I saw it and I just wanted it. So I don't know if I'm gonna get a 9-foot tree this year again, but I did love it. So we'll see. I'm not sure. So that was that. And so reading. Enough about me. Reading. So I have not been reading really that much at all. I just, I took like 5 days off. Like I took a day off before Thanksgiving, like I said. And when I am off, even for the weekends, but if I'm off for any longer period of time, I get into like this cooking mode. I love to cook and I love to bake. And I don't do it a lot during the week. I try to do quicker things, but I like to cook more, involved meals or more cooking on the weekends and baking. So that's what I've been doing. And I did that for 5 days when I was home, and I did that this weekend. So, yeah. So I go into like this winter hibernation mode when the winter comes. I think a lot of us do. Excuse me. So right now I've been having really bad heartburn because I've been eating more than I normally do because of this time of year, which ties into what I'm about to say next. So yeah. So where was I going with this? Oh yeah. So winter hibernation mode. I always go into that winter hibernation mode this time of year. Like I said, as most of us do, I just want to put my pajamas on when I get home, my warm fuzzy socks. And as you guys know, I love my baths, and this is like my favorite time of year to appreciate them even more because I just love baths in the winter more than any other time of year. With my Epsom salt, I told you guys my whole thing. At night, I've been listening to my bedtime stories by Catherine Nicolai, which is like the most amazing storyteller ever. If you haven't gotten her book already, I did show it on here. It's called Nothing Much Happens, and it is a short book, but it's all the stories. But now she has even more because she's got a podcast of the same name called Nothing Much Happens. So check out her podcast because it is amazing. I mean, she tells all the stories, and she's got the most amazing, soothing voice that I love. So I've been listening to those at night. I have my candles all lit, which I usually do all year, but I've just been hunkering down. Although we haven't really had really cold weather, we've been very fortunate. We haven't really had cold on Long Island, New York. It's been pretty like warm for this time of year, which is a little annoying to me, but I'm not going to go into that. Not that I want it to be like freezing, but I like the weather to be what it's supposed to be. Whatever. I'm not going to go off on a tangent about that. But yeah, so I haven't been reading. My favorite time of the day to read, as you guys know, and I've told you, is the mornings. And if I don't read in the morning, the day just, the momentum is gone, and I like that like drowsy sort of state where you pick up a book and you start to really get into the book, and it's cozy, and I light my candle, and then you even get like a little doze off a little bit somewhere, you guys know what I mean. And now I haven't been getting up early enough. I've been like sleeping and getting up just in enough time, and I don't know. And you know what? I don't have to know. It's this year. It's me going through the grief stages of that I have to go through, and this might be one of them. I have to get into a certain mode when I read, a certain mindset, and maybe that's part of it. I don't know. This is all new to me, so I really don't know. But I had got a lot of books. Like, I have to show you guys, like, my birthday in September, my daughter and my future son-in-law got me a gift certificate to Barnes & Noble, and I got a ton of books, which was awesome. And surprisingly enough, I have gotten very much into thrillers, which really surprised me, because I always like spooky books, mysteries, but I started hitting social media and looking at, I view uh, other booktubers on TikTok really heavily last couple of months, and I've gotten a lot of recommendations for thrillers, and I really really love that genre. It's like, really, I love it. So I read a couple of books that I will go over. This video is just going to kind of be like I'm back, tell you guys, catch up what's been going on. So I'm not going to show you all those books in this video, and quite honestly, there's a lot of them. So it would be a very long video. So I'll break that up and then I'll show you the books. But I am going to show you a book that I got, and you guys this is not going to surprise you guys. Of course, I'm not prepared as always, but I will get the book. So, one of my favorite, if not the favorite author that I love, has come out with a new book. So, as you all know, it's the one and only Mitch Albom, and his new book, called The Little Liar, is the book I'm reading now, and I love it so far. It's actually one of the biggest books I think he's ever written, if I'm not mistaken. It's a chunk for him, because his books are very small and very short, which I love, and he's got the deckled edges, which I love. But yeah, this is like 330 pages. Sorry guys, I'm not prepared. So yeah, this one has like 330 pages. For him, that's, I feel, a big book. But it's 11-year-old Nico Crispus has never told a lie. When the Nazis invade his home in Salonika, Greece, the trustworthy boy is discovered by a German officer who offers him a chance to save his family. All Nico has to do is persuade his fellow Jewish residents to board trains heading north, where new jobs and safety awaits. Unaware that this is all a cruel ruse, the innocent boy reassures passengers on the station platform every day. But when the final train is loaded, Nico sets his family being herded into a boxcar. Only then does he discover that he has helped send them and everyone he knows and loves to their doom at Auschwitz. Nico escapes, but he never tells the truth again. In The Little Liar, Mitch Albom examines the human repercussions of deception by interweaving the stories of Nico, who becomes a pathological liar, his older brother Sebastian, who vows revenge against him, and Fanny, the girl who must choose between them, and Udo Graf, the Nazi officer who changed their lives with his lies. Through the war years, the concentration camps, and the decades that follow, Albom reveals the consequences of each person's honesty and dishonesty, bringing them back to where it all started, in a staggering climax worthy of the best of Albom's international embrace stories. The Little Liar is Mitch Albom at his very best. Narrated by the voice of truth itself, it is a timeless tale of the harm we inflict with our deceits and the power of love to inspire forgiveness and ultimately to redeem us. Always has a message. Love his books. He's just the best. Mitch, if you're watching, I can't say enough about you. So that's the book I'm reading now, which I'll be done with like very soon. But even that, as much as I love this book so far, it's very much procrastination with my reading, and it's almost like I'm in a reading slump. And I don't know if it's quite that, or it's just this time of year, with missing my mom. I don't know. It's just a flood of things, and so I'm trying to be very kind to myself, very patient with myself, because again, these are all new waters for me. and to navigate. So, you know, it's to be expected, I suppose. But other than that, yeah, just been, you know, just trying to survive this year, working, blah, blah, blah. And so I really have not concentrated on anything, like I said, except just taking it day by day through this year. So I do in the new year want to grow this channel, and I've told you guys before, it's not even, I mean, of course I love subscribers, I really do, and I don't want to make this too long of a video. I really love, 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 and so appreciate you guys. But this has become more than just, you know, this is more than a hobby for me. I just really love books, and I love talking to you guys because you love books. So, you know, I don't know a lot of people that I can talk to about books that love them as much as I do. So yeah, so that's what this channel was designed for, and it will always be. And I read, you know, I've told you guys this before, I read unlike a lot of booktubers. I don't have a TBR. If I start one, I never finish it, or I change my mind, because I am a mood reader as well. But, you know, I, uh, I like to read a couple of books a month, to be honest. 3 books is like my tops, that I like to read. And I think that's kind of, normal, I guess, at least for me. I don't read a stack of books. I know some booktubers do. God bless them. That's great. That's not how I like to read. I love books so much. I like to really just take my time, and everybody reads differently, I know, but to me, that's not like what I do. That's not my speed. I like reading a few books a month and really immersing myself in them. And for me, that's pretty good. So, you know, maybe some months I might read a little bit more, but about 2 to 3 a month is really, you know, what I strive for, unless the book's really small. Excuse me. But that's just me. That's just my speed. So, um, you know, everybody reads differently. Everybody reads at different speeds, different time. Everybody's headspace is different. Reading is um, so matched to your emotions, because you really have to be in that space, I feel. And, you know, you can have other things on your mind and immerse yourself in a book, but it depends on what that thing is, I think, at least for me. So, you know, if it's been like some kind of trauma, to me, I can't always lose myself in a book, but books have pulled me through a lot of difficult times in my life. So I'm counting on them to do it again at some point. And I don't know when that will be, only time will tell, but I will continue to read and never stop. So, and I would love to continue this channel, which I intend to. I will try to be here as much as I can, as much as I feel I can be, but by no means giving the channel up. So I'm sorry this is long. I don't even know, what is this, like 18 minutes already that I'm blabbing on. I'm sorry about that. I did have a cat. I'm sorry, I'm playing with my hair again too. I know it's not a nervous habit. It's just that my hair annoys me. Well, actually, I can't say that, just to not to go on about my hair either. But I told you guys, for those of you who don't know, I had COVID, you know, back in 2020, 21, 20, I think it was. And really bad. And I had really high fever. My husband and I both were really sick, as were a lot of people. Anyway, I didn't know that COVID affected your hair. And my sister-in-law at the time was doing my hair. And she was like, yeah, you know, that's one of the side effects. And I read that. I lost a lot of hair. And I have a lot of hair. Like, guys, I don't know if you could see it. It's just like a ton of hair I have now. But I was losing it by the clumps, and I started going to a different hairdresser because it was hard for me to get together with my sister-in-law. She was really busy, blah, blah, blah. Went to my old hairdresser, and she put me on told me about some vitamins that she told me about to get at Whole Foods, some teas, and I did that, and I kept getting like little trims, wisps, wisps off, and she told me it's going to take about a year, which it has, and my hair is finally back. Finally back that I can put highlights in it again, which I'm going to do, because to me this is too dark for me. Like, this is my normal hair pretty much, but I always lightened it or highlighted it, which I couldn't do this summer because it was just too damaged. So yeah, so that's that quick little synopsis of my hair. I won't ramble on anymore. I just had a lot to tell you guys, and I'm so glad that I'm back. And I will see you guys again next week. I'm not sure what day, probably Tuesday. I'm probably going to stick with Tuesday, Thursday again, most likely. Those seems to be the 2 days that are good for me. Or I'm even thinking of doing Wednesday, Friday, which might be better. I'm not sure. Probably Wednesday, Friday, the more I think about it. I don't know. I'll let you know. But so happy to be back. And once again, I'd like to thank you guys for letting me share my love of reading with you. I really appreciate it. And if you like this video, please hit the like and the subscribe button. I appreciate it all the time. And I will see you guys back again next week. And that's it for me. So I hope everybody's doing well, and I will see you soon. Bye.